What's up, fight fans? Thank you, as always, for passing by. Much appreciated. Thank you very, very much. All right, let's talk Dillian Whyte versus Joseph Parker. Before I even try and break this fight down, first and foremost, what a great fight. What a great fight. And I have to admit, it's a fight I didn't see coming. Obviously, before this fight was made, there was talk about Joseph Parker going to America to fight Bryant Jennings. And the last we heard for Dillian Whyte was that Eddie Hearn lost out in a bid to stage the Kubrat Pulev versus Dillian Whyte fight. So Dillian Whyte was going to probably have to go to Russia and fight Kubrat Pulev for really low ball money, and he didn't want that. And the other option was Luis Ortiz. And I thought that was a risky fight. I know some people think that, obviously, Luis Ortiz getting up in age, coming off a loss to Deontay Wilder, was probably going to be an easier fight, but I don't agree with that, and we'll probably talk about that in the video. So I think these two, although heavyweights, although maybe top 6, top 7 heavyweights, their names weren't mentioned in terms of possible opponents against each other. But it makes sense. It does make sense. If you're Joseph Parker, why do you want to go to America, where you have really no star power, no name power, and fight Bryant Jennings, which wouldn't be a main event fight either. It'll probably be a co-main event for not so great money. And Bryant Jennings is a risky fight for Joseph Parker. So that made no sense for me. And if you're Dillian Whyte, I mean, you definitely don't want to go to Russia and fight Kubrat Pulev. Do I think Whyte could beat Pulev? Yes, but why do you want to go there? It's too risky. You've started to build this thing that you've got going now in the O2 arena. Joshua has moved on. Joshua has stadium fights, and you started to kind of make your name now in the O2 arena. You lost, I think, apart from the fight you had in America after Chisora, I think all his fights have been in the O2 arena. Obviously, Chisora was O2. I think there was an undercard of an AJ fight. Hellenius was O2. Lucas Brown was O2. So I think he's starting to build something there. So it made no sense for me for him to go to Russia or Bulgaria or wherever the Kubrat Pulev fight was going to be. And if you're Joseph Parker, you've got a bit of a fan base now in the UK. You've got some fans over here. People like you. People like the way you are. People definitely like your promoter. Love him or like him. The promoter's entertaining. So to me, this fight makes sense. You've got two guys, like I said, in the top 7, I think. Both of them probably think they can beat the other. Both are not damaged goods. Both are young. Both are hungry. And I think it's a fantastic fight. And it's not a fight that we always see in the heavyweight division now. You're normally getting young versus old. You're normally going to get this pass and the torch matches. So when you get two guys that only have one loss, and both of those losses are Anthony Joshua, it's a hell of a fight. It really is. If you're Dillian Whyte, you're really happy. I mean, this has been a pretty rough time for him. Let's be honest. He wanted the Wilder fight. He didn't get that. I think his next option would have probably been Anthony Joshua. Didn't get that. He wants a title fight. Didn't get that. I think the next best thing for him after all those is to have a fight on home soil and be a pay-per-view fight, right? And that's what he's got. If you're Joseph Parker, you are a big draw in New Zealand in terms of selling tickets, but outside of New Zealand, you're not much. And I mean that. I don't mean to be disrespectful when I say that. You're not much. So for me, it was a case of how do you get his name back in the door? How do you get him back fighting those guys in and around him? And I think their management, their promotional team would be uber happy with this. Because you got good money fighting Anthony Joshua, pay-per-view, you're going to get good money again fighting Dillian Whyte pay-per-view. But the thing this time is that this is the fight you can win. This is the fight I think you can win as well. I mean, they were talking all the smack against Anthony Joshua, but deep down, I didn't know they really thought they could win. Well, this one, they definitely think they can beat Dillian Whyte. And what that does, it sets him up for another big fight in the UK. I mean, he's a freelancer, so to speak. So he can go and fight anywhere. He could fight Tyson Fury next. He can fight Bellew next. He can go to America and fight Wilder next. He's not sort of stuck in any contract with any TV company, so he can go anywhere. So he really has a good chance to make some very, very good money, providing he beats Dillian Whyte. As for Dillian Whyte, you beat him, and then surely you've got a title shot next. I mean, surely Eddie can get you that. Whether it is Joshua again, which I don't think people would mind if Wilder Joshua doesn't happen, or Wilder, surely you get that. A lot of people moaned about the pay-per-view. I don't think it's not a pay-per-view fight. It really isn't. But what Eddie Hearn's doing is trying to make it a pay-per-view event. I think adding Carlos Takam versus Chisora in there really does help. I don't think Brook versus, is it Cook? And we'll do a video about that, means much. And then he obviously chucks on the likes of Conor Ben, please. Katie Taylor, again, sorry Katie Taylor, but please, who are you fighting? So I think adding Carlos Takam versus Chisora on that card really, really does help. And who knows? I mean, if he can't secure a Wilder or a Fury or anyone else for that matter for the winner of this, then surely if the winner of Takam versus Chisora puts on a good performance, maybe they can get the chance and fight the winner of Whyte versus Parker. But for now, a very short video. I am excited about the fight, as you can probably tell. I think it's a great matchup. Again, like I said, two young guys in their prime. Both have one defeat from the same man. Both think they can win this fight. It's a fantastic matchup. It really is. I don't think Parker... Look, I think Parker... I'm not going to say he ran it in the Joshua fight, but he definitely didn't engage the way I see Parker engage because of Joshua's power. I don't think he's going to think that Whyte has that same kind of power, because Whyte doesn't. He doesn't have that same Joshua power. So I expect to see a bit more, I'm not going to say positive, but I expect someone like Parker to fight a bit more in the pocket and throw a bit more punches than he did against Joshua. And I expect Whyte to probably be Whyte, really. I think Whyte every time is improving in his performances. Every single time I think he's looking better. But Parker isn't Lucas Brown. Parker's a lot better, a lot younger, a lot fitter. I dare say a lot stronger. So it'll be an interesting performance. If I had to pick a winner right now, I'll go for Joseph Parker. I really don't think Joseph Parker could win this one, but it's a 50-50 fight. It's a pick 'em fight. Great matchup. What do you guys think? Let me know.